Welcome to On the Couch with the Galbreaths. We are here on our couch in another location because we stay moving this couch, okay? On my left, I've got a Sohei Galbreath, and on my right, your DJ's favorite DJ, Sed the Saint, up in this piece with us.
Yes. Thank y'all for having me.
The couch.
Listen, I'm starting to wonder, okay? Because the Atlanta Contemporary has us here in this space, and this could easily be our living room. I do feel pretty good.
It feels good.
Okay.
It feels good.
But we're here for what? You gonna explain to the people?
ARTiculate ATL 2024.
Yes. Amen.
Yeah. So we thought it would be cool to have a couple of conversations on the couch with folks that have made ARTiculate ATL 2024 what it is.
Yes.
And Sed brings the best vibe curation.
Yes.
My favorite DJ.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much.
And I'm gonna start this off right quick.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So here's my thing, right? So when I say DJ's favorite DJ, I mean that, okay? All right? Like folks be shouting you out and they're like, oh, Sed ain't gonna be there? I'm not coming.
Oh,
So I want to ask you,
that's love.
like, where did like the flyness, where did like the best like selection of songs, like where did all that come from? Like your jive, you know what I mean? Your style.
Okay, all right. I guess I would say my style comes from my upbringing and then the pieces that I have collected along the way, like, so I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, originally born and raised out there. You can't go to any corner. Like you literally can't go from 1 mile to the next mile without hearing some sort of music coming out of somebody's house, restaurant, store, even on a corner, so music is just ingrained in me, period. But, and then from there, just, being able to come to Atlanta, and Atlanta's now a mecca for music as well too. So just being able to kind of like pick and, my little pieces from every place that I can. And I have like a background actually in sociology and anthropology.
So you know people.
Facts. People and culture, all day long. So
That makes it make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
New Orleans can catch a beat any second, like y'all catch it from nature.
So you mentioned background music, just having a background being raised in that way. Your grandfather was a musician, right?
Absolutely, yeah. My grandfather, shout out to him, Waldron Frog Joseph. Yeah.
Frog.
Yeah.
That sound like a musician.
Froggy Lee.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Born in, I think it was 1918 or 19. Yeah, so he started off, with our family's legacy in terms of music. Now my dad is a musician, my uncles, my aunts, everybody on my whole father's side of the family tree are all musicians. And so
that's dope.
I found my lane, really. I wanted to actually do like an actual instrument, like piano.
Yeah, I was wondering, like, you play an instrument?
Well, not yet. But, besides little tables. But I would love to also be able to like read music and things like that. Okay. I know it sonically. Like I can pick it up easily, but like that song is not in key. But I know that's some gift I have for sure. But in terms of like reading music, that's Sed 3.0,
Yeah. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's wild.
And then Atlanta. What brought you to Atlanta?
All right, so I actually came here for college.
Okay,
yeah.
Where'd you go?
I went to Agnes Scott College in Decatur. Decatur way is greater. Yeah, for sure.
In the house?
We actually call ourselves Scotties.
Scotties,
Yeah.
Scotties is going
Right.
It makes sense. Okay.
Right, it would make sense. It would
Okay.
definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense. But somebody had
corrected.
Aggies. Yeah, so we had to get.
Thank you.
We had to get Scotties, but we got Scotties.
Okay.
So yeah, I came out here for that. Really, honestly, my mom went to Spelman, so that's where I was like, I knew I wanted to come to Atlanta. So I had already applied to all the schools here in Georgia. And Agnes Scott was the one that just, when I got to the campus, I was like, this just feels like chill. Like it feels like me. Like it just feels more like a relaxed environment, and it had air conditioning. I'm just gonna be real.
It's Spelman did not.
That's the choice.
Right. That's sometimes we just gotta go.
HBCU life is
Right.
sometimes. Yeah.
That's right. So that's what I went that route, and so I've been here ever since.
How did being Agnes Scott impact your, like, were you DJing there?
No, but I was. Let's about a story.
Okay.
Y'all, Speaker Fox.
Yes.
Speaker Fox.
Yes, yes.
Scotty?
Fellow Scotty as well too.
Okay.
We were on campus like burning CDs, like trading CDs, like making mixes for people and stuff like that. So not necessarily a DJ, but we were definitely curating playlists all day long. So it's just, I guess it kind of formed out of that. And I started, my very first gig was at Agnes Scott, but I didn't consider myself a DJ. Then I just was playing tracks.
Okay, what year was this?
I think it was 2005.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
2005, my first gig on campus. But
Okay.
yeah, at the time I was just like, oh yeah, I'll play some music for you. There's no problem. It was a fashion show that they had on campus and stuff.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because we met you in 2013. The first
Yeah.
Articulate.
Right, so yeah.
That was the first time we met?
I think so. Like I can't imagine like
I don't
how
know.
you know what? Brandon and Courtney's parties though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe the one in the West End.
Yes,
joint,
I used to go up at MLK.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think that was post Articulate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think that was after the first Articulate.
All
So
right.
Amazing.
I would say Articulate was our introduction to you. going back to the first Articulate ATL. And you're the only DJ who's DJ'd every Articulate. This is Articulate number 12.
I know,
for
that's
you.
wild to me, y'all. That
I
is so
love
wild
it.
to me.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Articulate has definitely given us a lot of relationships and a lot of great relationships, and we count you amongst those. But
Yes.
tell us what Articulate means for you. Like,
I mean, what you just said, like Articulate has like created a community of people now that I consider family. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are family. Ball and Cole, they're family. Some of the artists, a lot of the artists actually, like Emmy and Ruby and Charity, we all do work together. We all, hang out and, so I think it has created a community for me of folks who I feel like are, who get it, who want to push the envelope, who want to like expand culture and things like that. So yeah.
How are you feeling about this year's Articulate?
Oh,
what are you looking forward to?
Ooh, I think I'm looking forward to the energy that comes in here. There's a lot of new art that I'm seeing. I'm not sure if they're new artists that I haven't met yet, but meeting the new artists. We got a really great roster of DJs also that I'm playing along with. Shout out to Salah, Baltech, DJ Princess Cut.
Yes.
So I think I'm always just looking forward to like what's happening this year. Like what's the sound, what's the vibe, what's the energy like? Of course, I'm gonna bring my flavor into the mix, a little bit of classic, a little bit of ratchet, a little bit of everything.
And that's what we love about you. Okay.
But yeah, no, facts. I'm just excited to be here as always. It always just feels like a good like family reunion. I keep saying that. Yeah, like
That's
it's just
what's up.
the energy is unmatched.
And you mentioned the new artists this year. So you're right. You see we have 35 artists this year, and I want to say that 17 or 18 of them are new.
What?
Although we always save space for at least 30% of the artists to be new artists, right? Like we're real intentional. Like we don't want you to come back every year to see the same artists. But to have 50% of our artists be new artists,
That's dope.
oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice.
That's real dope.
Now, were you? I know. Every year you pick up something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, were you collecting before Articulate, or like how did all that start? Because I consider you a collector. you know?
Yeah, I would say so. Man, I think I did pick up my very first piece probably it was in Las Vegas. It was at like it was an indigenous like Native American artist, and that was probably like maybe 2014 or so. But after that first one, that's when I came here and I was like, oh yeah, no, everything in here can be in my house.
Right.
I just don't have enough space for it. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. Yes. Usually every year I find something that speaks to me, and yeah, I consider myself an art collector as well too.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Now, I think I've heard you in an interview before speak to DJing and sound curation being an art form as well.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit
Yeah. I definitely feel that way because I think a lot of times some people reserve DJs as just a service provider, just someone who just comes in and just can play a song. But it's like the ones that stand out, the artists, the DJs who are artists that stand out is because they put some intentionality in it. They pick up on some nuances, or they want to like introduce you to a sound or a vibe that, sounds different. That you may have heard this song 1,001 times, but this time it sounds different. You know, or this time it feels different. You know, and it just based on like when you want to play it in the event or just how you want to play it in the event. So I definitely think that, you know, like everybody knows the color orange, but when you put it on your canvas, wherever you decided to throw it in, it's something that you have put your spin on, you know. So I think in the same way that sound can be, you know, a way that you can kind of splash it on whatever paint, you know, on whatever canvas that you have too. So yeah, like
I like that.
it's a
I've
little
never heard anybody explain it that way, and that makes sense.
right.
You got that. You got that.
I get that. Yeah, no,
I figured you would.
I mean, you're the first DJ that's made me understand that the DJ needs to see the crowd.
Yeah,
like, you know, every year now we're like, okay, where we gonna put the boost? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it's a group decision between all the curators to decide, okay, like what's the best vantage point for seeing like and feeling the vibe of the space.
Yes, and I appreciate y'all for thinking of that too, because seriously, like that is very important for us to be able to tap in, you know, like to whatever is going on. So like if we know that we could play for ourselves, of course. We don't have any problem with that. But we want to be able to like be a part of what's happening, you know, be engaging as well too. So that's what's up.
We talked about Brandon and Courtney a little bit, but just touching on that relationship and the connectivity then to Articulate, like, do you remember when they asked you to DJ Articulate and or when they asked you to DJ like the first Ball & Co event? Like, just some of the backstory that brings us here.
Okay, so yeah, we can go back to Agnes Scott because that's where I met Courtney.
Okay.
Courtney and I graduated the same class year at Agnes
And
Scott.
I'm just going to pause for a little bit. Brandon Ball, Courtney Ware, our Articulate partners, co-founders.
Yes.
Set the stage.
Right, set the stage. You're right, because I just threw that in there.
We're talking.
Right. But yes, I met Courtney at Agnes Scott. We graduated at the same year. Same year as Speaker Fox as well, too. Speaker Fox is a DJ that has been part of how many
She probably did 5 or 6 Articulates.
Yes, yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, exactly. So I met them there. I met Courtney there. And so Courtney introduced me to Ball, her best friend, while she was on campus too. So we were just all friends. And then as I started, you know, gaining experience as a DJ, they invited me to DJ one of their events.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I think, my memory is not as good as y'all's because y'all can go back, but I don't remember exactly which party we started off with, but we started doing a number of different events. Mardi Gras Cafe was one of the locations off of MLK that we did. I'm trying to remember the name of the event.
I remember some like back in Buckhead back in the day too.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
Mood. I think it was
a cool spot.
Yeah, it was
I
a
appreciate
very
that,
cool spot. They had the DJ up the top so we could see down and look at, you know, what's going on the dance floor. Yeah, there was just so many different events, but they've always come back to me to see if I could help and support in sound and different things like that. So I'm grateful to my family and friends and my tribe that has been like supporting me and like, you know, wanting me to come back and provide a vibe for them. But yeah, we just kind of started there. And then when they asked me to DJ the art show, I was like, oh yeah, like that's like a no-brainer for me. You know, like I love being around pretty things and, you know, so like, of course, yeah.
Good looking people.
Right,
Exactly.
Like it's a good vibe all the way around. And so I think that year we had only 3 DJs, I think. Yeah.
3 DJs, 300 people.
Really?
300? Oh, wow. Oh, how we've grown.
Wow.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And it was like in this warehouse, right? The space. I remember that. And it was kind of rustic. And then we were playing in there and we brought in the equipment for that. And it was me, DJ Scenic Styles, and Speaker Fox.
Wow.
The first year, right?
Yeah, so I didn't DJ first year.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
get them on. Yeah.
Yeah. Food trucks there. I remember beef patties. The first one I remember.
The rain.
Articulate, because you've seen it over the past 12 years, but you've seen it from a different vantage point.
Yeah.
How has it changed and morphed? And
I'm so proud of y'all. Let me just say that.
Thank
For
you.
sure. I mean,
We appreciate that.
Y'all have continuously leveled up Articulate every single year. I mean, even back to the last year, y'all had a documentary. Like,
Wow. You're right.
or was that last year or was it the year before that?
Shoot. Well, technically, Jeremiah filmed it the year before, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like,
Shout out to Full Circle.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I mean, y'all have really leveled it up. Every year has been such an amazing event. People know about you all. I continuously evangelize y'all. Like, it has been like such a way to see how, and you brought in sponsors every year. Like, it's just, even when the locations have changed, the spirit of Articulate has continuously been present and like kept leveling up every year. They brought it. People continuously come. They want to stay to the end. Like, they don't leave.
That's
Like,
coming in from out of town now.
right.
You know what I mean?
That's
dope. I
wild.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, sorry. Please.
No. You spoke to community earlier, and that I think is one of the things we talked with Alfonso a couple episodes ago.
Yeah.
And when we were speaking to him, we were just talking about making people feel good, right?
Yeah.
And when you make people feel good and you host well, it creates a sense of community. People want to come back, right? Like, you want them to feel like they're at home. And I just want to thank you for being a part of that Articulate community and family and making people feel good.
Well, thank you.
For sure.
Thank you so
And I'll
much.
end that out with art, music, expression. That is our component, and you bring that.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'll let y'all
Cheers.
cheers since, cheers in the middle of me. All right. I'll cheers with this. Yeah, cheers to you.